All right. Sorry, back on this portion. Um, yeah, my reason why as to why modern stories suck, um, is because the story that whether it's like storytelling or the storyboard and stuff. Because I think about it and I'm like, Wonder Woman was a decent movie, but people say she was Mary Sue, despite being like a god killer. So I'm like, and so I mean, it's real strange because it's like um, these stories have to have some sort of ground into the real world, and it seems and I guess I'm thinking more so about stuff like modern messages, um, like feminism, or which is so interesting because Wonder Woman was a great feminist movie. A Little Battle Angel was a great feminist movie, but they didn't specifically directly talk about feminism in the movie. They just use notions and aspects, and it's funny because of like the reason why I say modern movies suck because not the storytelling or the devices or the things like that. It's just when it gets so overt, these these modern messages that's super direct are very um, it's cliche. It's hard to say cliche, but it's like they are. It's like they're preaching to the choir, to me that sounds very strange, but it's like they're preaching to the choir, and it's like if you're preaching to the choir, it's kind of like what Abba Preach said, like in one of the videos. If you're preaching to the choir, you still your church, So it's like, you they say something else, but it's like you're not really telling anybody anything because you're just preaching to the audience who already agrees with you. And so like for instance, when I compare the Avatar, The Last Airbender versus the Avatar, Legend of Korra, it the Avatar doesn't have any really overt. Sorry, doesn't really have too many overt messages. Sorry, just left the warehouse and it's super dirty. I'm clearing my sinuses, but it seems to me like the Avatar, The Last Airbender doesn't have a lot of overt messages. It has messages within the story itself. Like for instance, with one of the characters, the antagonist Zuko, he has this hill and valley where he's trying to regain honor, but it's like he's an antagonist. He's stopping the hero's journey. He's trying to change the course of the hero's journey. You know, um, he's trying to bring change, and you give a backstory to him. He said he's trying to change it for his own sake to regain what was lost to him, which was his honor, which is his place in the family, and then you see his decline, and you see even his guiding light, his uncle, just continuously be around him, be there, just kind of guiding him along, not really telling him that he has to do things, but more so in his wisdom, guiding him along, like poking at a paper boat down the stream, just kind of jostling him along, just aiding him rather than forcing him to be where he wants him to be. Sorry. And it's just so it's good. It sounds good. It looks good. You just see how yeah, you see how forthright it is. You see how gradual his changes are. Um, about to head in, but I guess it's just the messages, the overt messages are kind of too fresh, too new. It's strange, but it's like what made Chronicles of Narnia interesting and exciting versus what made uh, God's Not Dead 2 and 3, or rather, let's just say 3. What made those to be too too overt versus Narnia? It was like the storyteller. It was like the messages were in. Oh, sorry, that's gross. Sorry, but the messages is in the story. Is in the story. Man, gosh, this was dirty. Um, but yeah. So considering that, I don't know, it just made me think about the stories. Like maybe they have to be gradual. Maybe they have to work a certain way. But yeah, it's just I think these messages are just too modern to the point where they have any impact or significance, and that they're not even having a proper gradual story structure. It's kind of like a loaded gun where they're clicking it back and they're ready to fire it whatever stance that they want. And it's like these issues, well, to tell a good story, I like to think part of it is like kind of telling a story that people both, I mean, it's kind of like C.S. Lewis said. Let's get back to him. He says a children's story that's only enjoyed by children is a bad children's story. And I think that's very true. That makes perfect sense. Because it's like if you convey information to a child or convey information in the way of a story for people to understand, and it's something that both children and adults can understand, then that's a good way to help to convey a message that's both complex and simple.